write this number down in your phone, on paper, whatever, 876-280-6629. That is if you have questions as to how to pick my brain, as to how to make your space look a little nicer, little better, full of festive and full of vibes. Yes, man. 876-280-6629. Right? And then now, bringing up the rear is our home tour. We're going to show you Breathless again. And that's sponsored by none other than BH Paints. Alrighty. Just like anyone. Truth or dare, is it true you care? Now that you can see the love from everyone, tell me now you care. Truth or dare, are you playing? Truth or dare, tell me now you care. Truth or dare.
What Would Karen Do is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat.
Yes! So, what would Karen do? Yes. What would Karen do? Karen would do a lot of things, you know. Yeah, sometimes Karen very, very unconventional. But let me tell you, let's just stick to the script, Karen. Stick to the script. Because, sometimes, when you're too predictable, when you're too dependable, when you're just too, you're too reliable. Yes, man. Sometimes people can take advantage of that. So sometimes, yeah, man, and this is for everybody out there. To mix it up a little bit. Sometimes you must just shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. So, the question for this week. I have a 20-year-old kitchen, right? With dark cabinets, outdated tiles, and poor lighting. I want a modern, bright, and functional cooking space on a budget. This is a problem that a lot of people have. Seriously. Dark kitchen, dark cabinetry, not much light, and outdated floor tiles. Now, if it's a let me see, it would be at year 2000 kitchen, so therefore the tiles would be at the maximum 15 by 15. Right? We didn't get into the 30-inch tiles and so yet, right? So I'm thinking the first thing that you need to do is gut that bad boy. Let me stop. You're on a budget. You don't have to gut the thing. First thing you're going to do is go select some tiles. And the tiles that you are going to select, yes, is going to be, say, a nice, very bright white or marbling looking tile. Or you could go with a nice bright beige or a cream. Okay, but if it is that you want a bright white modern kitchen, then you kind of have to go with like a white with grays in it. Cool? You could even go with a gray tile. And therefore the light will reflect on that, but the bigger the better. So I want you to go with some 30-inch tiles. Now you're gonna have to think about your palette. Yes, say you can't, the color of your walls, right, has to play into this entire kitchen. You understand? So therefore, if you say your kitchen is dark, your outdated tiles, poor lighting, dark cabinets. So it's a very simple formula. You're going to have to paint the walls. You're going to have to spray the cabinets a lighter color. And you're going to have to address your lighting. Right? And of course, what we have to do with the tiles. We're going to have to put in some 24 to 30 inch. You could even go to 40-inch tiles as big as possible. That way your kitchen looks bigger. When it comes to the cabinetry, you are going to spray them. Since you're on a budget, you can spray the cabinetry white. You know what I mean? Yeah. Since you're on a budget, you can't really, go right now and replace the cabinetry, because any replace cabinetry job going on right now, no matter how small it is 2.5 mil. Right? So you spray that cabinetry, and of course what you're going to do is to remove the handles and then replace it with some beautiful little handles. Yes. Then you're going to address the palette. And of course you're going to go to BH Paints for that. Yes. You're going to do a super grip primer. Yeah. And then after that, now we have a plethora, 1,300 and I think it's 49 shades that you can choose from. But you are only going to take from the nice bright colors, the neutrals. You can go with a light gray, you can go with white, or you can go with taupe. But you're going to make sure that whatever color that you put in that kitchen, yes, it is going to reflect the light. And then bringing up the rear, your lighting. You need some daylight bulbs. You need some 12 watt, bright, bright, bright. There's nothing brighter and nicer than daylight. Okay, so you know the LEDs come in, they come in warm and they come in daylight, right? You don't necessarily need any warm light. Warm light is like, you know, the incandescent bulbs, that yellowish tinge. You want daylight bulbs. When you turn on the lights, it's just like night and day, bright up the thing. Nice, 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 nice. You understand? So 4 things you have to address. 1, your lighting. 2, your cabinetry. You're going to spray that, right? In either the white or the gray or a cream. And then you're going to address your walls. Again, the white, the gray, or a cream. Why I am keeping you up to, you know, in the upper spectrum of color is because those colors, yes, they reflect light. Once you reflect the light, you know what happens after that, right? The place look bigger, it look brighter, it just look nice. And then now, the last thing that you have to address is your tiles. You're going to make them big. You're going to make them bright. And yeah, you go from there. All right? I hope that helps. Soon come back. Go and pay some bills.
Make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat.
What Would Karen Do was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints. Shop at Cameron Industries Limited for all your countertops, cabinets, tiles, and hardware supplies. Telephone 876-963-0628. The time by Cameron Industries Limited, manufacturing state-of-the-art equipment, is
1:16 p.m.
It's time for a new look.
I can't
And high time to get serious
I
about
can hear you,
protecting
no, but I
our
can't hear
home
myself
and
right now.
investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in
And
quality paint
I've not
finishes.
seen the
Their
light.
products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100%
live stream
acrylic
is- I don't
Ultima
think the live
Plus
stream is up.
paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies,
Don't you
independently
shout out.
tested by experts. What are you waiting for?
Visit
Visit a
our
BH Paints Color Center today.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
All I want for Christmas is...
Wait, Chris and Charles has great loans and something extra special this season?
Yes, we're spreading joy to everyone. Starting November 1st, 2024, get a low interest rate Christmas loan and a special reward just for you.
Call 876-926-0609
Or visit our website for details. Better hurry, conditions apply. Stocks are limited. Promotion ends December 23rd, 2024. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Thanks, Andre.
You're in the Design Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
Contractors. I mean, designer.
Design Lab Home Decor Tips and Design Trends is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
All right. right. So, guys, we are on the Nationwide 90 FM Live 2 today. Right? So if you want to find us, don't go to Nationwide 90 FM Live, go to Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. All right? And you, of course, you please go over there and subscribe to that channel as well. So when it is that we have to go on our backup channel, we will find you wherever you are. We will always find you. So Nationwide 90 FM Live 2 is where you go today to share in all of the festivities and the niceness. No, I see Andre Brown that I haven't seen him in a long time. Welcome, Andre. How you doing? And of course, Marvelous Marvin, who's always here. So everybody else, I'm like, where is the class? The class in session. I don't see them. They're over. They're looking for us. All right, fine. So now we're in the design lab and we are at the Contractor Center and we're going to be talking about waterproofing today. All righty, David. You know, Contractor Center is at 26 Shortwood Road.
Design Lab is brought to you by the Contractor Center, providing solutions to everyday challenges. Design Lab brought to you by the Contractor Center.
Hey guys, can you guess where we are? You got it? Yeah? 26 Shortwood Road, the Contractor Center, a location within another location within the location. Do you understand that? Okay, so I am going to be joined with Shanna in just a second, and we're going to be talking about waterproofing with all this rain of fall. Lord of mercy. Shanna!
Hello.
Girl.
Hi.
How you doing?
I am wonderful.
You see how she pretty? She just had a baby. Everybody please say congratulations.
Thank you.
And she's back and the snapback is real. So, we're talking about waterproofing today.
Yes.
Talk to me, girl. Talk to me. Because may I tell you the whole way I wash away.
I know it. So we have a product called Fastil. That is our waterproofing paint. It's elastomeric. It gives you great coverage.
I'm going to stop you there. Elasta who?
Elastomeric.
What does that mean?
So that means when it's dry, it's rubbery.
Okay. When it's dry, it's rubbery. Elastomeric. You learned a word. I did too. Okay.
Great. So the Fastil, what we use it to do is paint the roof. So if you have concrete roof or even zinc roof, it can go over your zinc roof as well. So you know, usually on the roof you have the nails or you have screw heads. You can paint over that. We have the white, we have it in gray. Great thing about it is that, especially with the white, it reflects the sunlight. So if you have a zinc roof, you know, inside gets hot, it reflects the sunlight, and inside it's cool.
It's cool. Yes. All right, so tell me how it really works. Pull back the curtain now. I can do it? Meaning I can just open a can, sweep off what I'm sweeping off, getting off all the debris. Do I have to power wash it down, or I can just apply it?
No, you don't have to power wash it down. If you have a power washer, great, but you don't have
hose.
to.
All right,
if you have a hose, you just get a broom, especially if you have mold or anything like that.
Yes.
Get a broom and you just scrub it off.
Yes.
When it's dry, pour it out in a rolling tray. Use your roller, roll it, 2 coat. That's it.
What's the dry time?
So each coat, depending on the weather, you know, now we're hardly getting a sunshine, so it might take a little bit longer. But anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, and it's dry.
And it's dry. How long does it last?
It can last you 5 to 7 years.
Really now?
Definitely.
Okay, so the $5 million question, I know this is a question that you all want to ask. How much is this product?
So, it is very affordable. The gray 1 gallon is for $6,000.
Oh, no, can't afford that.
Definitely. And the white 1 gallon is for $6,500.
500. And what is the cover? What's the coverage?
So the coverage is about 700 square feet per gallon.
Oh.
But we recommend do it about 500.
Exactly. That way you get as much coverage as you can.
And of course, we recommend 2 coats. If you don't have, let's say it's sweating just a little, you don't necessarily have to do 2 coats, but we do recommend 2 coats.
The 2 coats. Okay. All right, guys, you heard that. Fastil, right? No tales were told when we come to this white. You understand the white, bright and it's nice, and you can see that it is reflecting the light. Yes, so this is the Fastil application. It is not quite done, but done enough for us to see the actual demonstration. And this thing, the coverage is so good and it is so thick. Wow, wow, wow. Let me tell you something. For everybody who has leaky roofs right now, including myself, and you want a quick fix without the holy part, you know, when it comes into, you know, roof repair and stuff, Fast Steel is your product. Let me just tell you guys something about this view. I feel like Scarlett O'Hara on top of the world. So that is it, folks, from 26 Shortwood Road today, the Contractor Center, and see you next week. This stick for true, you know, it is thick. Not like a tickers, but it's just thick.
Alrighty, so how did you guys like that? Fast Steel, that is the product that you're going to use, because I am telling you, the amount of rain, I've never seen so much rain in a long time. You understand what I'm saying? It's like rain every day. When I came out of church last week, it was like, I don't know, about 10, 11 o'clock, because I go to the early service. And I'm like, this is the first time in a very long time that there has not been any rain. And lo and behold, as soon as I said that, here comes the rain. So, you know, Jamaica is a country of wood and water, so therefore we are very, very blessed. So now we are now in the BH section of Design Lab, and we're going to be talking about palettes. Now, I was very honored and privileged to be on a panel of designers that put together, curated color palettes for their country for BH Paints. Round of applause for me, please. There you go. Thank you, Dave. So we have color. So BH Paints now, in their wisdom, they has color palettes for Jamaica, of course, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, and Antigua and Barbuda. And they also have a collection which is called Caribbean Embrace. Right? These collections, you know, I've always said to you before, like, listen, when you go to the paint store, they already have these collections for you because, you know, you have, you know, qualified designers and so on in the back room, picking them brain and just going over these colors and going over these palettes that are done already for you. So you don't really have to go out there and think too much. Guess what? I became one of these people in the back room that are like going out. So what I did with my color palette, I studied Jamaica with different eyes, right? I thought of the bauxite. I thought of, and for, you know, people who don't know bauxite was like in the days when with the red dirt, the bauxite, all of that aluminum ore. Right? I thought of the sea. You in Jamaica, you have to think about the sea. I thought of the market side. I thought of the roads. I thought of the greenery. You understand? And of course, the cream. Because do you know that when you are out there, when you're riding around, you know, and the asphalt that we think is black is not black, and it's gray. It's true. And when you think it's white, like the chalk lines, it's not white, it's cream. You understand what I'm saying? So when I started to look at these colors in like different eyes, I'm like, wait a second, with fresh eyes, it came very apparent to me that Jamaica is such a beautiful, beautiful place. So I came up with a collection called the Jamaica Vibes. So the name of my palette, if you can see here, I'm pushing it up so everybody can kind of see what I want. Okay, so the first one is called Caribbean Embrace, and the team, right, or the collection was a collective effort from everybody, all the designers in the Caribbean who were chosen to participate in this collective, right? So we have Caribbean Embrace, which is outer space, which is like a nice light blue green, and then we have Ballet Cream, which is like an orange. Then now Job's Tears, which is like a nice beautiful blue, but not like a cobalt blue or a sky blue. It's a very deep blue with deep notes of you can see where it was toned with black. You understand? So it's a very nice, it's almost like a masculine, it's a grown-up blue. Then we have Mystic Fog, which would be like a cream, and then you have Parsnip, which is the gray. Now for my palette, and the only palette that counts here, we have, which is called Jamaica Vibes. You know what? And we have a beautiful lady on it, and her name is Blue. Can you imagine? Yes, I kid you not. I had to photograph. I had to have a picture that really called together all of what I was trying to create, the essence of Jamaica. So I went to her market stand and I photographed her, and she had the most beautiful smile and, of course, the essence of Jamaica. So coming from this now, I have like a sage green on my palette, which is called Vapor. Yes. Then I have a blue, like a sky blue, which is called none other than, Appleton. So you get it, right? You see where I'm going here. And then I have Sun's Rage. And there is something about that copper color in Jamaica, that brick copper color that we love. And that is where the inspiration from that came from, red dirt. Yeah, the bauxite or history. Right? And then I have Andover cream, which is a beautiful yellowy cream, off-white. And then Asian jute. Now, Asian jute looks like the skin of an Irish potato. And it's like all of these colors combined will give you a beautiful palette in your home, or they can be used in of itself, right? So the strongest color in the Jamaica Vibes palette is Sun's Rage, right? And that is like that copper sunset color, a little bit deeper, a little bit of a brick tone in there. It is strong, it is good, and it has the essence of Jamaica. And of course, now we move on over to Bonafide, which is the Barbados color palette, and that's by a wonderful, nice designer named Melissa Browning, right? And she has a gold going on, and then she has more of an orangey color there. Then she has Ice Dream, which is a white. She has Gropius Gray, which is the gray, and then now her strong color is Party Time, which is a red. So if you are looking on Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, you will see all of these color palettes, and these palettes were made with you in mind. Now, BH Paints has 20% off. They have these activations. You know that I've been running around all over the country. This week we're going to be at Clarendon, Montego Bay, and in Spanish Town at Fields again. So I would love for you to get onto their Champions of Color website. Look where we're going to be, because we're going to be selling some serious paint. And of course, every time you buy something, you get gifts, because I am there and me, I give away the gift them. Because and one thing about me, if you give me gift for gift, I am going to be giving you gifts. You understand? So not only are you going to be getting the 20% off on your paint, you're going to be getting gifts too. You're going to be spinning the wheel and all of these things. So look at my pretty picture. This is my palette now. This is my chart. Yes, man, I had to show you in case I don't think to miss somebody. I have arrived. My name is now on a chart. Yes. Good things are happening for Karen. All right, guys. So remember, BH Paints is having a 20 off. Check out their palettes. The palettes were made with you in mind. So you don't have to go, sometimes you got, don't know what color to paint. I don't know what color. Check out the palettes. All of them were meant for you to either use individually or in tandem with each other. You understand what I'm saying? It's a good thing. It is a good thing. All right, stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Design Lab home decor tips and design trends was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Get your complete bathroom or kitchen units at Home International. Korean solid surface countertops complete with a Korean basin or sink on cabinets. Now available at Home International. Pick Korean for its durability and beauty. Hassle-free, no sealing necessary, and easy to maintain. Visit Home International Limited, 104 Constant Spring Road. Telephone 876-755-1970 or 876-924-0437. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Home International.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Need to make a change to your title or need a title? Geoland Title Limited. They do lost title application, add and remove names from titles, wills, estates, first-time registration land surveys also included, affordable rates and flexible payment options. NLA adjudication and land titling waivers also available. They have 8 locations island-wide. Call 876-754-6436 or visit their website at geolandonline.com. Geoland Title Limited. Secure your land, secure your title.
Design Studio, home tours, decorating, and design inspirations is brought to you by EdgeChem. Changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Guys, you know, sometimes something is so nice you have to do it twice. Yes, my dear. Yes. So we went down to Breathless and we had a very, very good time. Not only photographing and videoing it, but boy, I may tell you, the place is just nice. So we showed it to you, I think it was 2 weeks ago, not last week, but the week before that. And we've had some requests to redo it. Yes, so if everybody... and what is happening too is, you know, guys, we are on Nationwide 90 FM Live 2 today, right? So hop on over there, you know, so you can see the Breathless, and hop on over there so you can see Pepita and Honeybee. That because today, as you know, we have an abridged version of the show. We end at 2 o'clock today, and then we pick up right over at Mega Mart from 2 to 5 as they have an outside broadcast with Pepita and Honeybee. So we do apologize for having our show, the Design Studio, you know, just cut an hour short, but that's okay, you know, we'll take one for the team. All right, so here we are now. We are going to be looking at our home tour, Breathless.
Make my time be the rush. The kind money we touch. Yeah, he the rush well, he be much. No be hype, everybody they crush. There's no darling with us.
Arriving in style, this is Breathless Montego Bay. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is your vacation destination. We're talking about the perfect marriage of shapes, patterns, metals, wood, fabric, all coming together to give you a very interesting experience. You walk in and you feel that hug. You feel the spirit of excitement, but it is also a place where your spirit comes to rest. So as I walk and I look, I am looking at the textures, I'm looking at seating, I'm looking at different areas and pockets that you can gather. And of course, for the hotel experience, it's all about meeting people. It's all about having that conversation out of your head. And it's really all about enjoyment. And I am telling you, this lobby really does set the tone. Yes. So you walk in you know, you look at the floor, it's all about the patterns of the floor. You look up because the ceilings are expansive, right? We're talking about 30, 40 feet up in the air. But the scale and the proportion of this grand lobby really and truly sets the tone for a beautiful Jamaican, authentic and credible experience. We're talking about the wood. And when you look at the wood, we're talking about these really organic shapes. Then, of course, the metals that play well with the wood. Then we're talking about the real marriage of the glass and, of course, the fabric. Girlfriend and everybody, design darlings, follow me. Where in the world are you gonna go and see cabanas in the lobby? Now, come on, let me just tell you, talk about a space that rises up to greet you and hug you. This is it. Yes, the warmth of the woods. And then right up, look at the pendant lamps again with the vintage bulbs. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me just tell you, another thing that I really noticed upon arrival in this hotel is the statement lighting. Look at this. This can't make a bigger statement, but because of the grandeur and the scale and proportion of the space, it just works. Your private wine cellar. Yeah. Which other hotel are you going to go and see and experience your private wine cellar? And of course, private dining. Guys, you know exactly what just happened, right? We came in sense of arrival. We got the purple champagne. We got the cold towel, you know, because it's hot. And now we are going into the presidential suite where I will be staying. And of course, I will be treated in presidential fashion, darlings. Follow me. Let's go. Lord of mercy, me excited. Excitement buck. Wow, this is a wow. Let me look some more first before we pull back the curtain and we dissect the room, because what I am seeing is a myriad of shapes, textures, finishes that all come well together and just play nice. Let me just tell you, you walk in and you're hit with textures, you're hit with shapes, you're hit with a punch of color. And this is how they've done it really, really well. Look over here, the texture of the wall on the right as you walk in. And then you look up and you see the dramatic shapes of drywall. And you know that drywall can be the most transformative element that you put in the room to make these shapes. You look down now and you see the beautiful porcelain style floors. And then you have this bar over here, perfect for entertaining. Let me tell you something about this suite now and entertaining. You know, sometimes you want to book a meeting, a private meeting, and you don't necessarily need to be all in the open. This is a space for that. It's perfect. So now, you know, for all of my stars and my starlets and all these people who are coming up now on social media who travel a lot with entourages, here is a perfect space for that. Here it is. We have a full living room space and a full dining area, but the dining area can be, of course, doubling as a meeting table. Perfect conference room. Now, here is what is really good about this space. Maintenance free. Everything is on one wipe. I want you to look over here now in the space of the One Love table. Yes, it does say One Love. Of course, now you have the shapes again and beautiful colors of the rug. The rug now unifies everything. Now, here's the thing. We have lots of circles and curves in this room, which makes it a feminine space because it's well balanced with the columns, which is more masculine. You know what also works in this space? You know what, right? The lighting. You can't help but notice the lighting. Now, you know what these are? These are what you call puzzle chandeliers, and they're made from acrylic. Now, because of the acrylic, they come in all kinds of colors, but it is so punchy. All right, guys, let me just show you how the levels of lighting work in this space. All right, so right now we are on general light. You know, places lit up, you can use it for tasks and so on. I'm gonna take it down a notch. Did you see that? Did you just see that? So it went down a notch, not necessarily mood lighting to set that ambience. Let me just show you what the mood is now. Yes, this is the romantic piece of it. Yes, so therefore, different levels of lighting to set the mood. So let's just get into the colors of the space. Now you see that we have our blues over here and of course our burnished bronze. We have the blue of the chandelier, yes, the pendant chandelier, which is the puzzle, right? And then we also have the blue of the accent pillows. So what is happening here is harmony. A great flow has been created. And when you have a great flow in the space, of course, you know what? You feel good. You don't feel disconnected. You have, you guessed it, harmony. Oh my goodness, how could I forget the focal point in the space, which is that piece of art over there, which has so much movement. And of course, all the colors in the rug here are in the color of that art piece on the wall. So your eye really goes from the floor all the way up and it travels and it is just beautiful. Presidential even. Oh yeah, baby. Pocket door, pocketing all the way to the ceiling. And let me just turn on the light. Same light levels here. Same light levels as we saw in the living dining area. I'm gonna take it down a notch. Here you go. And this is, yeah, a little cocktail light going on. And then, baby, the mood light to put you in that mood. Yes, very romantic, very nice. Let me turn it up. Now, we walk into this room and what do you see again? Acrylic art. So you see, it is the modernity of the chandelier, of the artwork, mixed with all of the textures. And one thing to note throughout this hotel, the textures. It is the texture that makes everything really so interesting. And it's how they have done it. You understand what I'm saying? So here it is, shiny surfaces, glass surfaces, acrylic surfaces. You know what that does, right? It bounces the light. It makes things more modern. And then, of course, and you'll see this throughout the hotel, you know, these puzzle chandeliers, yes, pendant lamps, puzzle. They are abstract, they are unique, and they are statement getters. They call attention to themselves, and we love them. Now, of course, this is a king-size bed, and, you know, made very, very simply because, you know, it already makes a statement in the space, the way it's made. And I want to call your attention to one more thing. Look at the wall that has the TV. Again, texture, wood, right? And then layered with now the TV. And of course here you have your console. All right, so we are now in the presidential bathroom. And there are 3 places in here that you have to hit. First, you walk in and of course you have a jacuzzi or a whirlpool, whatever you want to call it, and it is for 2 people. Then you have the shower over here that can fit 6. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, it is like the double vanity here. And, of course, over so you find the water closet. Oh, my goodness gracious me. This is the presidential patio. Yes, darlings. I want to show you what I'm seeing as you walk out here. We're talking about the expansive view of the mountains, the palm trees, the Caribbean Sea over there, the inlets. Let me just tell you something. This is vacation paradise. It certainly is. And then now, as with everything else on the inside, you don't just get a little piece of a patio, you know. You get a full patio. We're talking about grand. We're talking about expansive. We are talking about decor to the hilt. Now, look at the furniture out here. You ever see these? All right, these are uncommon. Yes, these are great. These are for the Caribbean and of course for the weather out here because you know the sun is sunning. So here's the thing, when you do have this type of patio, which is like, I don't know, I think it's about 40 feet, right? You can get in 3 areas. So you have here, right here, so with the beautiful, beautiful motifs here on the ground, which is in the form of a rug, you can get your first conversational grouping here. 1, 2, 3, 4 people sitting here, drinking cocktails, having mimosa, you know, yeah. Then you have your 2 people over here, right? Just lounging. Yes, as you would, lounging, looking at the Caribbean Sea, not worried about any kind of cares, just really, really taking things in. And the piece de resistance, the hot tub. And you know what, darlings? It might be the reason why I have my robe on. Altitude rooftop bar and restaurant. Let me just tell you something. This place right now, I'm not hating. It ain't, yes, You walk upstairs, right? And you don't expect, while you expect to see some, seating groupings and restaurants and so on, you really do not expect to be, yes, it's looking down on the whole of Jamaica. You understand? It's a 360 panoramic view of Caribbean Sea, of mountains, of foliage, of landscape, and it just makes you feel oh so good because at this altitude, you're not hot, you're not humid, you're just nice, you're mellow, and you're boy, I'm telling you, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Did you guys enjoy that? Did you enjoy that as much as I enjoyed making it? You can tell, right? You can tell, right? Yes. So, let me just backtrack a bit. Charmaine said she learned a little bit about it's Fastille. Charmaine, that is correct. It's Fastille, Fastyl, I believe, from Contractor Center, and she says she's going up there to get one, which is really, it really does work. It really does. I think, because it's so thick, when you paint it on, it provides a little rubbery. Yeah, so that's why Shanna said that you can paint it over like your nails or so on. So you're good. When it comes to the weathering and the leaky roofs and so on, it is a good stopgap. Trust and believe. All right. So we got some compliments too on the space. And then Andre says, elegance is normally associated with bland or neutral colors. All right, we get that. Bland or neutral colors, he means like the creams, the whites, the taupes, the grays. Cool? All right, cool. And he's asking now, with these Jamaican colors, which can be both maintained, especially in a small or large space, can it keep the ambience? Now, I think that is such a beautiful question. That's why I did miss Andre. When I see him, I say, oh, where have you been? All right, cool. In the collection, and you did say the Jamaican colors, right? I have the strongest color of all of them is the Sun's Rage, which is like a copper color, right? A copper, burnt orange, that kind of a color. Then we have the Vapor, which is a celadon green, a very light green. The Appleton, which again, a silvery blue, so it's light. And Dover Cream, which is a cream. And the Asian Jute. The Asian Jute was a little darker, which will give you some kind of personality and ground it a little bit. Now, remember when we talked about the 60-30-10 rule, right? 60% of your interior or your background walls should be your neutral color. So when you're using any one of these, you can use the Asian Jute. And for everybody who's riding around, until you get to Nationwide 90 FM Live 2 and see the colors here, you can think of an Irish potato skin, right? That is the color. You can use that on the wall as your background wall. That's a neutral color, right? You can also use the green. If you want to just oomph it up a little bit, still elegant, still nice. The Appleton, which is a silvery blue, beautiful. But if you don't really want to get into those colors, use the Andover Cream. No. So the 60% can be any one of those. So if you want a very elegant and muted palette, I would go with the Asian Jute first, right? And that will be the all-over color. All right? I would do the Andover Cream on your doors. You get how this palette is coming through, right? When it comes to the Sun's Rage now, do you know that you can pick that color up? Not necessarily on the wall, because I know some people really don't want these, festive colors on the walls. But you can use a pillow. You can use, yes, a vase. You can use some piece, an accessory in that same color. So when we do these, and that could be your 10%, you know what I mean? So when we use these palettes, don't just think of, I have to put all of the colors on the wall. No, when the palettes are curated and created, it is not only for your wall, but it is for the entire composition of the space. You understand where I'm going there? Meaning 60% wall, 30% could be your trim and so on. And also with that little 30%, with that 30% too, you can use it on your sofa, you can use it on your accents. And the 10% now would be, your accent pillows, your accent chairs, your vase, You get it? So that is how the palettes are created. And I do believe that, you can live a little, yeah, I do understand that, like, let's say, if you want an elegant interior, you're going to stick with the neutral colors and you're going to stick. But that is maybe a 10% of Jamaicans, Jamaican people are very, 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 very festive. They want some color in them space. And they want, like, the deepest, brightest color too. Or the deepest or the brightest color. You understand? Because when I am looking at, when they have the color charts or the color wheel, at the dark, the last one on the color swatch is the deepest color. People usually go for that. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, no, you don't necessarily have to go for that one. That is your accent that you can use in a pillow, that you can use in a trim, that you can use also window treatment. And guys, I know that you're using a lot of blinds and everything out there. You still need curtain. We are a country of curtain. We are a country of drapes. We change our drapes and all these things around Christmas time. You understand me? And then, so for the Christmas time now, when this is the time now where we do our big painting and so on, trust me, there are options out there for you. And there are palettes that have already been done for you. You understand what I'm saying? Now remember, when you are going to paint, there are certain things that you need. You need a cutting brush. A cutting brush is a brush that has an angle. It's an angled brush, right? That is what you're going to need first to cut around the wall so that you don't go all the way up. When you go all the way up, the wall going to get on the ceiling and you have to go paint my ceiling. All right, cool. You need a roller. You need a smooth surface roller, right? Remember, the rollers come in naps. Some of the naps are smooth, some are semi-smooth, and then some are just fluffy. So you need a smooth surface roller, all right? You need a roller pan. You need your paint. You need a rag or a cloth that is already wet just to, wipe up any little, spill. You also need a drop cloth. A drop cloth is not a sheet. A drop cloth is like a canvas material. So if paint spills, it will absorb. Yes? You also need a plastic drop cloth so you can use those to cover. Alrighty? Okay. So you can't say that I never give you any kind of... No, Mr. David is asking if you can use newspaper instead of the drop cloth. Now, if you don't have a canvas drop cloth, because them can run you a little bit, you can use the newspaper, but newspaper may not grab as much as the paint if you have a paint spill. And the thing about it is it's tracking. Once you're painting, paint must drop. You understand? What you don't want is for the paint not to absorb. You step in it and you track it all over the place. Right? And that is why your drop cloth, and you can wash the drop cloth. By the way, people, you can wash the drop cloth. You can. The drop cloth is meant, it has work to do, and it is the workhorse of painting, right? So if it is that you're using newspaper, and I know in Jamaica, yeah, man, we turn we hand make fashion. We do all kind of things here and so on. Yeah, you can use the newspaper because we have enough, but just know that the absorption rate is not as much as it would, if you were using a drop cloth. All right? So guess what, guys? All things must come to an end. We have an abridged show today, as I was telling you. We have Miss Pepita outside with Pepita is now outside at the Mega Mart, and they're going to pick this up at 2 o'clock, and she's going to be joined with Honey Bee over there at Mega Mart. Yes, man. Okay, so we have some people to thank. We have to thank our producer, Jareen Campbell, for putting our show together. We also have to thank all of you out there in Radioland, all of you out there on the dial, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. We have to thank everybody for finding us on Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Thank you so very much for finding us today, and we really do appreciate you. And please join us here next week. Next week Monday to next week Saturday, same time, same place. And yes, we will be going on to 3 o'clock next week. And of course, we're going to keep that conversation lively. For everybody who's joining us on the YouTube, like up the chat, man. You know that the numbers count. Like up the thing, man. So the next person we have to thank, of course, is our videographer and editor, who is Mr. Nigel Austin. You say the job that him do. right? Breathless, that's all him. Our in-studio engineer, Mr. David McNeish. Yes, he's the one that really keeps us on target. He keeps the show going, and he brings the vibe. He brings the vibe. Of course, our driver, Kimaliro, and we could not be here without him because, you know what? He takes us around in style. Yes. So that, my dears, wraps up another inspiring episode of our lifestyle show. We've hoped you enjoyed the journey today of interior design and gathered valuable insights and ideas to enhance your living spaces. Remember, your home is a reflection of your personality and your style. So embrace your creativity and make it yours. Join us again next week at 1 to 3 p.m. as we bring you expert tips, trends, and inspirations. Until then, keep envisioning and transforming your spaces into havens of beauty and comfort. Happy decorating. See you guys next week, Saturday at 1 o'clock.
And I know, I act the fool for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues how to riddle. Oh, wow, laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, every bitch you tell me love her to the morning, nah, nah, nah. Love her to the nighttime, nah, nah, nah. I don't get nobody, yeah. If you give me body, I won't tell nobody, yeah. Valley girl, she West Coast, now she want me, tell me. Valley girl, she West Coast. You see, it's obvious. Sensational.
Decorate like a designer with BH Paints. The time brought to you by BH Paints is
2 p.m.
Interior design is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
It hurts if you don't check first. Be excellent customer service. Our staff is knowledgeable and trustworthy. And we have a wide variety to supply society. And the price is right, yes, it's worth it. The solution to your auto parts needs to answer.